Guys, this is Mr. Joshy J, and in this video I am talking about Deal or No Deal returns. So right, the game show Deal or No Deal, what used to be broadcast on Channel 4 from 2005 up until 2016, is making a comeback, but this time it's going to be on ITV instead of Channel 4. Previously, Noel Edmonds used to host it, but now it's Stephen Mulhern who is now hosting the show, which I think he'll make a brilliant host because obviously he's done Catchphrase and he's just a funny presenter, and he'll add a bit of comedy to it, in my opinion. What ITV did is they did a couple of pilot episodes to test how good Stephen Mulhern was, and he did a good job. So ITV now commissioned Deal or No Deal for 20 episodes, and they reckon it's going to be back on there near the end of this year. So yeah, I'm very excited. Love Deal or No Deal. I mean, some people are saying it won't be the same without Noel Edmonds, but I believe it's in good hands, with Stephen Mulhern. And with Noel Edmonds, I believe it ran its course. Obviously, Deal or No Deal, you have 22 boxes and no questions except one. Deal or No Deal? Yes, I become a fan of that show. First started watching it in 2006, I believe. There was a time where I'd watch it every day non-stop. I would refuse to miss an episode. I used to have fights in my family household saying, I'm watching Deal or No Deal, I'm having the TV till Deal or No Deal's finished. That is how passionate I was about Deal or No Deal. But near the end of its time, I was starting to lose a bit of interest in it because it ran its course. But obviously, the lowest amount you could win was 1p, and the highest amount you could win was £250,000, which is £250,000. During Deal or No Deal's time, there were 9 culture millionaires. I mean, mostly ladies won it, but in total, 2 men won it as well. But it took 8 years for a man to win the 250,000, which I couldn't believe it took that long, but wow, it did. But best bits I like about the show is sometimes the banker, where Noel Edmonds goes, "Hello, banker." And then you can hear the banker laughing in the background. It's like, and sometimes he's crying in the background. So he has to pay out big money. Oh, the banker used to make me laugh so much. And then obviously the banker would pass on the offer to Noel Edmonds, and then Noel Edmonds would ask the contestant the question, saying, for example, £15,000, deal or no deal. If the player says no deal, they play on. But if they say deal, that means they've accepted the money. But on the odd occasion, if the £250,000 is still in play and 1p, they get offered what you called the banker's gamble, where you can hand back the money you dealt at and have a second chance of winning the £250,000. I'll never forget a game in 2009 where Alice literally dealt as some money, and then because she had the 1p and 250,000 left, she was offered the banker's gamble, and believe it or not, she said deal. She didn't swap her box, and Noel Edmonds opened the box, and it had 250,000 in there. So she became the second culture millionaire. I mean, that was unbelievable. But in total, the £250,000 has been on the table the most, more than the 1p. But unfortunately, some contestants just didn't get the luck, or they weren't brave enough to go for it. So, but yeah, Deal or No Deal's great. I'm buzzing. I cannot wait for it to return. I mean, just so many happy memories of it. Of course, I think it's going to be filmed in Manchester this time instead of Bristol. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'll keep you informed on that one. But yeah, I'm buzzing. Comment your thoughts down below your Deal or No Deal memories. I will always reply. And yeah, £250,000, 22 identical sealed boxes, and no questions except one. Welcome to Deal or No Deal. Bye-bye.
And extraordinary adventures. This is where stories unfold. We've been sailing to the island for over 160 years, and we're here to help you start your first chapter. Fairy Tales with Winelink. Discover your story.
Feed your cats and dogs unique needs with Royal Canin's Precise Nutrition. Discover the range at zooplus.co.uk, your expert for pet supplies.
I love spoiling my grandkids.
I love treating myself.
I love the fact there's no rollovers. Just 1,500 prizes every week.
I love the top weekly prize of £2,000 and the chance to win £25,000 4 times a year.
And I love the price. Just £1 to play.
Best of all, play the Age UK Weekly Lottery and you'll help us answer calls from older people in need. It's easy to enter. Search Age UK Play or call today.
You could be one of our 1,500 guaranteed winners every week.
What's not to love?
Ollie Murs joins Ben and Kat now on ITV1 for your Tuesday dose of This Morning.
Today, I'm on Savvy Street, celebrating the smart decisions the residents make every morning. Let's go and surprise them. We'll meet Jen, Adam, Grace and Darren, masters of starting their day right. Celebrating savvy decisions. Go.compare sponsors This Morning.
Hello there and welcome to your Tuesdays This Morning. We've got a very busy show for you today.
We do, because of course there is some live breaking news as well. All eyes currently focused on number 10. Behind that door, Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister, facing his ministers right now. It's a make or break cabinet meeting that could decide his future as PM. We're going to keep you updated with all of the live news as it breaks. We're hopefully joining Louisa James shortly.
Elsewhere, it's also a tough week for Ollie Murs. Yesterday, he kicked off his epic 400-kilometre Soccer Aid Challenge. Well, he'd been running, rowing and riding his way from Manchester's Old Trafford to the London Stadium. At the end of day one, he completed over 55 kilometres, and we'll be catching up with him later to find out how day two of his challenge is going.
So I think that was like 35 kilometres on the bike.
Yes,
and
that's half of that.
Another 25 on running.
Right, OK.
Which is the furthest he's ever run.
Right. But I saw him coming in. I saw the footage of him coming in. He looked good. He looked in good shape.
It's always nice when you finish. It's true. Also coming up on the show.
We're going to be honest with you, James. Yeah. OK.
Here comes Anna's party trick.
It's not going great.
Is it not?
Was it the turtleneck? Or was it just the chat that was bad?
Was it Professor Green? He wasn't a great wingman,
no,
you know.
Steve, we'll have to talk to James about that. He is single. He's trying to get ready to mingle. James Haskell is going to be telling us about his search for love on Celebs Go Dating.
And after that virus outbreak on board a cruise ship, 20 British passengers are now back in the UK, beginning 45 days of self-isolation. So should we be worried about hantavirus? Dr. Zoe's here with everything that you need to know. Good morning, Zoe. And I think it's when we hear this terminology of isolating and things like we all go back to that COVID kind of time.
We do. It's really triggering. So I'm going to be talking about exactly what is hantavirus, what's the latest on those affected, but tell you the reasons why hantavirus will not cause a pandemic like it did with COVID.
Excellent news, thank you. As well as all that, Martin Lewis will be answering your money questions in around 15 minutes.
And then we have an incredible story at midday. After a shock DNA test, we'll be meeting the twin sisters who discovered they have different fathers. Can you believe it?
And proving you don't have to splash the cash to stay on trend, Laura Paddy's here at 12:15 with this season's best buys at affordable prices.
First, though, after a long-standing battle with gambling last year, Ellen McVey tragically died by suicide.
Ellen hid the severity of her addiction from her family and even banned herself from gambling websites in an attempt to stop her habit. But shockingly, she was able to continue betting with unlicensed online platforms.
We're joined now by Katie Styring and Deanne Tompkins, sister and partner of Ellen. Good morning to both of you. Thank you for joining us. And also solicitor Dan Webster, who hopefully can give us some insight into how some of these sites can exist even when you've put in barriers to stop yourself getting access to them. Firstly, so sorry for your loss. It's never something that's going to be easy to come to terms with, but being able to talk about it and hopefully sharing what she went through in terms of helping other people with some of the problems that they're dealing with gambling addiction is hugely important. Yeah. Katie, tell us about Ellen. What was she like?
She was amazing. She is the most kind, caring, thoughtful person that I know. She was fiercely independent, very successful, and she was our biggest protector.